Hello, it's the Jack again, bringing you another Supreme Commander 2 replay. This time it's a 3v3 on Boolon complex. It's top versus bottom. We have myself up here as the blue Cyberin, and I'm teamed up with Dark Assassin, who's the purple Aeon, and Ruffle King, who's the red Aeon. And we're up against Gareth, who's the bogey green Aeon, Dirty Lobster, who's the brown Cyberin, and Reaper, who's the orange Cyberin. So, let's see how it goes, You can see Dark and Gareth are both going air. Nice challenge there. And Gareth's already bombing one of my engineers, and there's nothing I can do about it. And there he goes. Dark's a bit late to respond to that, unfortunately, but he was probably still busy building his economy and whatnot. I didn't have a radar, so I didn't even see those bombers coming, so I can't exactly blame him. Here I have a dance of planes between Dark and Gareth, waiting for one to make one bad order, then the other can jump on them and kill them. That's generally how most air fights go, at least. Most don't actually bother trying. Oh well. We have Dirty Lobs here going gunships. There'll be a lot of pain if we don't do something about them. And Reaper's going land. For us, I'm going pure adapters. As I said before, Dark's going air and Lobster? Ruffle King's going land. Here comes an attack person. Oh, bombing on my adapters. I lose for adapters, but Gareth loses for planes, so I come out on top on there. Attack with Ruffle King, crippling Reaper here. Going for the mass points, it seems. But you don't want to stand still when there's Brackman shooting at you. He's going straight for the comm. He's killing that comm. Is he going to succeed? Yes, he is. And there's Reaper's comm out of the game already. Looks like Dark and Gareth are still dancing about. Gunships moving about the place from Lobster. Here comes a bombing run, going for Ruffle King's match point. And there it goes. I have adapters strewn all over our half of the map. Hopefully that will benefit us when we're defending against Gareth's air and the gunships. A small land force from Lobster taking out a mass point. Here comes Gareth's air to try and aid the bots, but will they succeed? Seems Dark's a bit afraid to fight Gareth here, and here the bots are on the move again to another factory. At the same time, gunships are attacking Ruffle King. Only a handful though, but they're gonna kill that gantry though. Nothing Ruffle can do about it but cancel his build. And there's one gantry lost. Looks like the bots on the left were killed by Dark, at least. But these gunships may get another mass point, especially as I haven't noticed much. I've been busy doing my own things over here, building some bots to counter any form of land. But all the while, Gareth is bombing Dark, and Dark seems mostly afraid to attack. It's not surprising when you issue a turn like that and you get pounced on. Well, that could be bad for Dark Assassin. Oh, it's going either way. No, Dark's losing. Dark's lost that air fight. He's even turned to bomb the land force as much as he can, oddly enough. I have adapters all over the place, running left, right and centre. I just sending them everywhere and back and two just to keep them moving and intercepting planes as much as possible. Here we have an attack on Reaper here, but Brackman really put a stop to it. And here comes more gunships. Ruffle King lost a part of his land force, it seems, from that bombing run. But is there enough gunships to do any damage? We have an air Nomo up, experimental anti-air bot, and it's using its shield as much as it can to its cover, but it takes a step out and the shield goes down and it's dead. Will the gantry survive? Yes, the gantry will survive. There's enough adapters and AA in there to kill them, at least. And there's another Experimental anti-air bot up. Gantry going up in the back. Still building adapters everywhere. Small attack by Reaper. And a bombing run. Will the Gantry survive? The Gantry survived. Adapter shield took some of the shots. But he's going to see the second Gantry and there goes the bombing run. Dead. Before he even built. But small battle over here behind our bases. Dark instantly destroyed. Here comes another land force from Reaper. More bombings from Gareth and Ruffles' base. But as planes are all spread out, they can die quite quickly this way. At least. Here comes a force from Reaper. And he went for the power detonate. But he did it too soon and didn't get much land force. Here's Gareth bombing me now. Nope, he's just trying to fly past all my adapters. Taking out mass points on the way. Here comes Lobster with more gunships. Heading towards Dark. This could be a problem with comms right there. But it doesn't look like they've noticed it. He's going for the base. He's going for the base. All the while, Ruffle King's moving out on Reaper again. But these gunships are tearing through Dark's base, and so is the air support. It's not helping us any. Yeah, and the terrain is got me at a massive disadvantage. My adapters are here, the gunships are up here, and I have to move all the way to this ramp to get back up there. Oh god, the pain and agony. Dark's suffering right now. The pain and agony. The minute my gunships get up there, they just walk away. Look at it, they're just flying away even. Fly away, I can't do a thing. But I'm trying to salvage on my adapters up here, but they spot them and they're moving down. And across, into more adapters hopefully. He's going for the factory, and there goes a factory. And here goes a bomb on my mass point, and there goes my mass point as well. But the gunships are dead at least. But I'm losing more factories to these planes. And my comms left on his own. But luckily they're focused on killing the planes, not bombing my commander. More bombing runs on my energy. Odd move there. But he flies right over a group of adapters and loses a few planes. Only 2 however. Oh well. But there's planes and adapters everywhere. Planes and adapters everywhere. What can I do? What can I do? Ah, the pain and agony. More bombing runs here from Gareth, but he loses a lot of planes. But he still kills all of Dark's planes. More gunships moving in. Looks like a lot of them this time. I'm just trying to push them away with adapters. Now bombing them from Gareth. Gunships are trying to move around all my adapters. I'm too busy watching the planes at Gareth and over my base to notice the gunships. And here comes an air normal walking across the map to help. Oh, I'm trying to run away from the gunships and bombs. I split my forces to minimise the bomb damage, but the gunships are just walking past. Here comes the gunships and planes. Oh, there's so many gunships, so many planes. Do I have enough adapters? Do I have enough adapters? He is losing a lot of gunships, but he just has so many gunships. And then a bombing run. But the bombing run wasn't too great and I only killed a few bots. But I did lose half my adapters up there. There's just far too many gunships to deal with. There's nothing we can do here. And here comes the comm snipe. And I lose adapters out of that as well. So I moved remaining forces to Dark's last factory. Just trying to protect as much as possible. But here comes another wave of gunships. Can we do it? Can we keep that factory alive? We do have a lot of adapters and then experiment and air bot there, so hopefully, not a chance. Watch this factory disappear. Couldn't even move in time. But luckily we did kill most of the gunships. Dark still has an engineer alive. It's our duty to keep it alive as long as possible, allowing Dark to rebuild. We have a massive air force for Gareth, massive, well not so massive as he lost most of it, but a reasonably sized gunship swarm there. Rofo King just building experiment and airbot after experiment and airbot. Just try to buy some time with my bots here, but it really doesn't work because those gunships would eat through them in an instant. Wave after wave of land coming at Rofo here and a power detonate. Pain. Well, there'll be another power detonate. And right up into it, yeah. But it didn't do too much damage at least. The air and experiment and air bots have minimal point defense on them, so they can fend off a few bots here and there. Massive AA swarm all across the south of the map here. We are panicking at this point. We know full well they're going to try and finish off Dark, not allowing him to rebuild. But there's so many gunships, so many planes to deal with, and Reaper's just sending wave after wave of bot to power detonate Rofo to death. What can we do? Here comes another power detonate. Nope, he's going straight for the bot. Power detonate, but it doesn't do much damage. Doesn't do much damage. What's going to happen next, I wonder? Well, here we go, the gunships and the planes are on the move. That is a lot of gunships. That is a lot of planes. The only thing that can save us from these gunships is structural power detonate. You can see I'm trying to build AA towers around Dark's base just to power detonate them on the gunships. But they see through this plan and they're actively avoiding those towers. Gareth seems to be bombing them exclusively. I'm doing as much as I can to keep Dark alive here. He's already fleeing with his engineer. And here comes bombing on them. There goes another AA tower. There goes another AA tower. Down to one. Down to one. And he's bombing it. He's bombing it. Nope, I cannot keep that alive. The gunships are on the move. They spotted engineer. Try to cover the engineer with my adapters, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. One last AA tower. But is he going to go close? He did not go close. And I power detonated too soon and that engineer died. Dark Assassin's out of the game. All these gunships just eat through my adapters. But at least we destroyed a sizable chunk of... Oh wait, no we didn't. There they are. Seems he regrouped most of his air down at his base. Still a lot more gunships as well. Power detonating gunships by the few. What can I do? What can I do? They're just building more and more. With Dark out of the game though, I'm taking his mass points so I can build more adapters. Because you can never go wrong with more adapters. By this point I think I have about 250 around the entire map. Which is a lot, and I don't even notice this, but I have enough adapters that are not even getting through the shields. And gunships going around the back, going after Rofo. Will we lose that gantry again? Yes, he did. It's a lot of gunships. More waves of tanks from... And he power detonated an experimental assault block to death. My god, that's painful. Will this be another one? Will this be another one? Oh, an Air Force coming in. The gunships are dispatched, but here comes the Air Force. Will the factory shields be enough? One factory shield survives, and the other survives. Good, pushing that air's dead, and they're going for my base. My factory is not so lucky. Here comes gunships going for the pull and smash. I have my comm right there, and they turn to the comm, and my god, my comm lost a lot of health in an instant. And there's nothing I can do. Another wave from Reaper and suicide bombing run from Gareth, going straight for my comm. It's outside the shield. Why didn't I walk him into the shield? It was inches away. My god, what was I thinking? So with the loss of my comm, I decided to move in my entire force, and they hold out quite well. 2 experiment and air bots about 150 adapters and about 40 loyalists. We can go on offensive right now. Right? Right? Well, we try it. The adapters are holding off all the air quite brilliantly here. The experiment and air bots are doing their duty as well. I also have 40 loyalists to handle attacks like these tanks. Grouping more and more. We're going on a major offensive here. Last ditch attempt to try and win. After two of us losing our comm, one of us being kicked out entirely. Charge! Lead the strike, experimental and air bots. Jump jet from Reaper, but they don't even land. And they're bombing in, thronged by Lobster here. They don't get through the adapter shields. Gareth's commander walking in, sim slowdown for all the adapters. And I'm trying to flee from Gareth's commander. I do not want to lose my force to a comm explosion. The experiment and airbots go on the offensive against that comm. One's down, the comm's almost dead. Can the planes kill that experiment and airbot before that comm dies? Will that comm die? Will the experiment and airbot die in time? Oh, it's close. Nope, that comm's dead. And so is the experiment and airbot. And all my adapters are alive, well and kicking. I'm just charging through all these factories. Another jump jet by Reaper here. Right into all my adapters, and a power detonate kills them all. I'm left with about 50-60 adapters at this point, down from 150 odd. But luckily, as you can see, most of their air force is already dead, so it's not a concern right now. Wave on wave here, but power detonate destroys it. I'm just charging right into Gareth's base. I want Gareth dead. Charge on Dirty Lobster here, but a factory power detonate saves his commander. What will I do against that, I wonder? What will I do? The experiment and airbot's trying to take his dig at it, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough, and oh god, did you see that? That factory power detonate took a massive chunk of health out of the experiment and airbot. That's not okay. Not okay in the slightest, considering how much health they have. You're talking about 10-15,000 health. It's just painful, power detonate. Painful. I'm just mopping up Gareth's structures here, and a free NG. He has them everywhere, hiding in Lobster's base. The typical Gareth survival strategy, engineers everywhere. Another wave on Ruffle King here, and there goes the jump jet. And they get a small power detonate off, but they didn't kill much. Ruffle King just building pool and smashes now. Those magnets are vicious. Suicide NG there trying to capture mine. It did not succeed. So it's just down to me, Ruffle King versus the remains of Gareth, Lobster and Reaper. But the pool and smashes should make Reaper a mute point, so it's now just Lobster that's the problem here. As you can see, to defeat a structural power detonate, I'm building mobile missile launchers. It's all I can do at this point. AA towers everywhere, adapters not so much everywhere now. Not needed now at least. But I'm still building them, I'm just grouping them down here for the offensive. Being aggravated by Lobster's gunships for so long through this entire game, as you can see we're around the 48th minute mark. Rather than attacking Reaper from behind where he's open, I decide to go on a two-pronged attack on Lobster. In fact, it's a three-pronged attack. I'm attacking from three angles on Lobster. I hope it pays off. Just got to kill all these structures so I can get near that commander. But the Brackmen aren't helping, so I charge in and do a small power detonate to get rid of them so, and it worked. There's the adapters gone for now. Attack on back base here. Hopefully he doesn't see it. Attack on his side. I'm going to sandwich his commander here with a pincer movement. He's getting nowhere to go. And there it goes. Power detonate, but it's not enough, and his commander's dead. All the while I'm attacking from behind and the front. But trying to fight through power detonate is not easy. I'm losing chunks and chunks everywhere. My force at the front's returned to attack. But will they get too close to the factory and get power detonated? Not by moving them away. And I'm just spreading out my forces here. He's building PD. More Brackman. Charge! Power detonate the Brackman. Charge the front and more point defense. I'm just doing what I can to kill lobsters, but it'll be slowly. And here we have Rofo King moving in his pooling smashes towards Reaper. And yeah, Reaper can't build much. He is getting eaten and eaten, bot by bot. Those pooling smashes are evil when they're placed in a factory's range. I'm building experimentals of my own, but they're not entirely necessary. Reaper realising the pooling smashes is repositioning his rally point to here, but it's not going to help, because those pooling smashes are just coming closer, and I'm just still slowly grinding lobster down structure by structure. It's not easy. And yeah, look at this. He's just moving those pooling smashes closer and closer, one at a time. Oh, this is not okay. He decides to move that forward on a little bit closer. What about the back two, Rofo? Don't forget about the back two, move them closer. Building my third gantry in. There we go, bomb bouncer. Could have used that at the start. Completely unnecessary now though. Still killing lobster structure by structure. Reaper is virtually out of the game. I believe all those factories are in range now. And here goes an engineer. Reaper fleeing with an engineer. And I'm cutting him off. Rofo King's moving his pooling smashes into the heart of Reaper's base, not even feeling power detonate at this point. And I think that's pretty much the game over. From that crippling start we had, we managed to pull back and change the tide of this game by not giving up. And it's a shame we tried our best to keep Dark alive, but it just was not to be. The Gareth and Lobster wanted Dark dead, and there was nothing we could do about it. And there's Lobster defeated. There should be Gareth defeated here. Yep, and there goes the last structure. Gareth, it's just Reaper. And he can't even build an engineer, never mind a bot. There's nothing Reaper can do, and I'm even moving 3 bomb bouncers in, and Rofo King's moving his Task Force in, so that's pretty much the end of this game. That's lasted 58 minutes, and with the sim speed slowdowns, it probably was a bit longer on this replay, but who knows? A bit longer than normal on this replay at least, but you know what I mean, Oh well. And there's the end of the game. Reaper defeated. I win. Rofo King wins. I still, despite years playing this game, I still don't know if Dark Assassin actually wins, even though he was defeated early on. He's part of the winning team at least, so who knows. At least we can confirm I won and Rofo King won. It was a brilliant game, enjoyed by everyone, so I guess that's the end of that. And if you enjoyed this replay, which I really hope you did, cause I certainly did, you can always check out my channel for more replays, and yeah, there's always the option of subscribing. So yeah.